Thank you very much for volunteering to be a portfolio website reviewer for Wake Tech Community College. As you may very well be aware, most job interviews today will require a student to provide a website portfolio before they will decide whether it's worth their time to have a phone interview, or an online interview, or an in-person interview. As such, the online portfolio website becomes an essential part of student branding, hiring, and general perception of skill and talent. As a successful design professional, your expertise and understanding will be well received by students, and we thank you for the opportunity to work with you and to get some real-world feedback. As a reviewer, you will not be required to give any information other than your honest review and objective opinions. Graphic design and communication is a show-me industry, and as such, a portfolio website which poorly represents the student, poorly represents the work, or inadvertently showcases the student in a bad light will be detrimental and have an adverse effect on their hireability in the future. Honesty is the strongest tool in your toolbox, and as a successful designer in the field, our students will take what you say to heart. In reviewing your portfolio website, there are certain things which a student must have, but your responses and design sensibility is an important facet to this review. Please don't sugarcoat your responses, and please don't hold back. Remember, the competition is only 2 clicks away, so putting a student's best foot forward will ultimately result in a brighter future. Getting started. You will be grading this online portfolio via the Google Sheet. You will find your name in this column, and the link to the website will be found in this column. We would like to place the student feedback in this location. When giving students feedback, your expertise becomes a point of utmost importance. Please respond objectively to the materials. When you view the online portfolio, we will expect you to comment on its look and its feel, the user experience that you are receiving, and its functionality. What's working well? Why are these things working well? What is not working well? And how is it missing the mark? If something's not working well, be specific about how it can be fixed. An answer like, "I like the home page," is not very helpful for the student because it can be construed as an opinion. "I like your home page because it immediately lets me know by looking at it that you are a clean design proponent. Your use of sans serif typefaces with bold headlines and short but meaningful copy really makes the point that you're ready for the workplace," is a much better option. Let us know what you like and why. Negative feedback such as, "I don't like any websites with hamburger menus," may be accurate, but it doesn't explain why this is the incorrect thing to do, and it doesn't explain how to solve the problem. Also, it's merely your opinion, and it's not really objective. This runs into its own problems unless you are hiring at the moment. Instead, a response such as, "I don't like hamburger menus on non-mobile websites. They're inappropriate. When wishing to navigate a website, your nav bar should have 1 click to go to each page. When I have to click the hamburger menu, only to open another navigation and then take a second click to go to the next page, I've doubled the amount of interactions needed to move around." To fix this, consider a different theme or use a more responsive design for non-mobile devices. Constructive criticism will go the farthest way to creating a brighter future for this or any other designer. In the end, it's not about whether the designer did a good job or a poor job, but an honest opinion from a successful designer and how to improve areas which need improvement that truly shine. If you'd like to give written feedback to your students, we would love to get that. If you would prefer to use screen recording software so that you can point out specifics and give comments in real time, that would also be great. You'll have to give a working link to this feedback, and this working link will have to be available for 2 to 3 weeks. So uploading to YouTube would be a great way to solve this issue unless you have cloud storage of your own. Since most screen recorders have a 5-minute maximum, if you choose to do a screen recording, it's suggested that you first look over the entire website and form your opinions so that you can keep your answers concise. Homepage. When you go to the homepage, do you see what you expected to see? Why or why not? Does it seem professional with a good understanding of the field and its requirements? The homepage should give you an immediate idea or understanding of the student and their personality. If they have immediately dived into their design work, or the homepage comes across as a pat solution or uninspiring, let the student know. About page. Portfolio websites should have an about page. The About page should include a professional headshot or a photo which is inviting or otherwise showcases the professionality of the student. If the student does not have a professional headshot on their About page, this image should give a strong glimpse into their personality. Has the student done a good job? Why or why not? If they should consider a fix or adjustment to this photograph, What might that look like? Is it simply a matter of different attire, a different hairstyle, or something more pervasive, such as cleaning the background, removing distractions, or photoshopping out otherwise adjusting images to create a better shot? The About page should also have information which gives us a glimpse at the personality of the individual. For many online and pre-interview meetings, this is the only way that the personality of the designer can be understood as to whether they're a good fit for the company or the design team. Does the text allow the personality of the student to come across? Do you know more about them and whether they're right for a design position? Why or why not? Be specific. If they're making errors or rookie mistakes, it's important to point that out before a job is on the line. Resume. The navigation bar should include a one-click resume. Clicking this navigation element should either download a PDF resume directly to your screen or directly to your computer. How does the resume look? Does it look professional? Is it clunky and heavy-handed, or does it provide both a visual and work-based cue that this individual is ready for prime time? Have they made rookie mistakes? Are there spelling errors or obvious gaffes which the student should be aware of? If they have, how can they fix this? Case study. Students should have a one-click case study in the nav bar, or link to this item in their portfolio. Does the one-click work? Does it open a PDF or download directly to your computer? This case study should follow a project from beginning to end. Depending on the project, you may find that they have a good example of research, sketches, project refinement, work in progress, color or type studies, as well as a final product and how it might be used in situ or in real life. Are all these elements or all the elements you wanted to see present? If so, does it give you a good understanding of how this student would approach a problem in the workplace? Is it as complete as you would like to see it, or have steps been missed? Student portfolio. Let's look at the portfolio. The portfolio should be easy to use and easy to navigate. It should contain at least 8 campaigns, although there may be more projects. You are not asked to evaluate these projects individually, merely to get an understanding of their usability. Does the student make it easy to move from project to project? Are the materials presented professionally? If they're not presented professionally, or if it's difficult to use, what is not professional? What is difficult to use? How can they solve these problems? An example might be having to use the back button to return to the portfolio and then scroll to the next item. Are the descriptions for each project appropriate? Are they too long, too short, or are they missing altogether? Is the text used approachable, or is it filled with jargon that only designers will understand? Did you get all the information you needed to know to make the determination of whether the project was well done and appropriate for the clients and the audience? Contact page. Let's examine the contact page. Each student should have a dedicated contact page with a way to get in touch with them that does not use the contact form. This may be an email that they check often, a cell phone, or something else entirely. A contact form may appear on this page, but should not be the only way to contact the student. In your review of the site, please mark in the contact page how the student is connected via social media. Not every student will have an account with every single service. However, if a connection is available, does it take you to a location where you can view or interact with the student's social media profile? Does the location have appropriate material? Is there a way to get back to the student portfolio without having to use the back button, and preferably including an acknowledgement of their portfolio website in their social media service? Overall design. How is the overall look and feel of the website? Is there a clean sense of design and ability to it? Does it seem specific to the individual and well designed, or is it plain and lacking in imagination? Is everything there that you wanted to see or needed to see? And if not, can you be specific about what you wanted to see or how you wished to see it? A large portion of this grade comes from the branding and the design of these pages. If they worked well, if the branding was consistent and clear, if it makes a great impression, make sure to note that here. Thank you again for your time, and we really appreciate the work that you've done. Remember, saving your work is done as soon as you move from one section of the Google Sheet to the next. So try to work within your section of the materials and check your work when you're done. Thank you very much, and I hope you're having a great week.